Welcome to another edition of Book of Jake. My name is Jake Abdullah. We talk to really interesting people. Today we have a very interesting person, but before I can introduce him, please like, subscribe, share, support, comment, do whatever you can. This whole podcast is free. So without wasting any more time, Sastikal, Professor Ham, who is like the legend, the walking legend of Malaysian advertising. This man has his own agency, has written a book, has won numerous awards, 50 awards, I think, 41, 50 awards. He stopped counting after 20 and so forth. So, welcome to the podcast. Prof, or I call you Ham. I always call you Ham.
Yes, Ham is good. Ham is good. Yeah.
In my phone, you're Ham Adoy.
Yes. Or I can be ham halal. Turkey ham. It goes well with my brethren.
So tell us about your journey first.
My journey, how I got into advertising is a happy accident. I had a friend, his name was Malkit Singh. He was in advertising.
Okay.
And he was working as a copywriter at Ogilvy and Mather. And one day he got invited, or rather he was contacted, and he went to see McCann Erickson, another advertising agency, for a job. He approached to do the same job he was doing in Ogilvy, copywriting, but senior. Okay. Then he couldn't make it. Then he told me, why don't you go? So I went with about 35 ringgit left in my pocket. I took one bar salt, went to those days, Pudu Raya, and then I walked
What year was this?
This was in the 1980.
Okay.
1980.
Okay.
Long time ago. So I walked in, the building was called Wisma Stephens. Now it's called Wisma Causeway.
I know.
Yes. So I went up to the 8th floor, I believe. And they didn't have an appointment for me. But you know the blessings of having a turban, and getting accidentally thought of as someone else, So I said something to the effect of, could I see the creative director? The creative director was out of town. Then I said, can I see the managing director? Oh, managing director not free. You don't have appointment. I think I said something to the effect that the world's best advertising writer is waiting at the reception, and I got 10 minutes. So the managing director rushed out, called me in, and hired me for 250 ringgit to make coffee. And when I came to work, it was April 1, the first day. He came to me and said, Ham, my name was not Ham then, it was Hamanda Singh. Said, sorry, it's an April Fool joke. Huh? So I said, what?
So did you get the job?
I got the job.
Okay.
I stayed on. I was basically officially a creative assistant.
Okay.
Meaning I ran the projector, I made the coffee, I did the photo setting, and I hung around in the rooms where the...
Kira like office boy lah.
Office boy, glamour sikit lah. Assistant.
Office boy, sorry. Pun intended. So, but you have had an amazing career, and I know you're such a colorful person, and you're not afraid to speak your mind. So in these 30 years, tell us about some really interesting pivots in your life or things that have actually shaped the industry.
To me, I feel that the golden days of creativity is over.
Over.
Yeah.
Why would you say that?
Well, in those days, creativity and media were in one place. So, for example, I came up with the idea, and then somebody else in the media department will place the idea or put it in the program that is appropriate to reach the audience.
So
it was quite
creative and media planning was in the same?
Same, under the same roof.
So now it's
separated. So since that separation, the separation was important also because media itself fragmented to so many little pieces. It was difficult to manage unless it was a specialized function. So invariably, as a result of that, creative people got divorced from the media people. They couldn't meet them every day. There was a case in London when there was a big account pitch, and the creative agency showed up, and the media didn't show up because they completely forgot. So that, as a result, ended up with creative being an independent resource. So when that broke up, of course, as a business, it didn't make much sense because agencies make money from media commission, which is like 15% of what the media owners pay. but that got diluted and somewhat went into another out of whack position.
We don't want to talk about
We don't want to talk about it. In fact, it's at minus level. And the creative couldn't charge the man hours they used to charge because the whole business was, if it was together, the client could negotiate on either side and get up to an agreeable budget. So now you have two profit centers. So that was the challenge.
Based on what you're saying, which is brings me to this point, which is generative AI and the last couple of years where AI has come in such a force. This is me crystal ball gazing into the future, which is going to have a massive impact in the creative industry. These days, where back in the days where you can write scripts, it takes about 2 weeks. Now you can do it in less than 2 minutes. And you can, if you prompt really well, you can do videos, you can do text to video, you can do with Sora coming in, with VO, with Runway ML and all this stuff. What's going to happen to the creative industry?
Artificial intelligence is basically automation on steroids. I don't think it will replace creativity or the generation of creativity, but it, like the Rogers Thesaurus, will help enhance the development of creativity. I don't think it cannot replace that. Well, apart from the human element, we live and breathe, and it cannot replace that connection that we understand. In fact, artificial intelligence make a lot of mistakes. Also.
True, but I actually feel that the speed of in fact, here, in Media Prima Audio, you're using so much AI. In fact, while we say that, AI is not going to replace your job, I believe people with AI knowledge will replace jobs.
I think we are in a confused state. I don't think anybody can give a reading until Sora comes out. And that is supposed to be very accurate. I think until that comes into play, cannot make many predictions that of a seismic effect. I don't think so. But people are using AI. The industry is embracing AI. So it takes out the grunge work maybe. And also, for example, clients, sometimes they second guess you. Now you can give 10 guesses for them to guess on. So I want 20 brand names for this. Yes, I want it by tomorrow done.
In your view, what is the future of the advertising industry in Malaysia in the next 3 years?
Once upon a time, somebody said, I spend 100% on advertising, 50% I don't know where it goes. And that person until today is right. No matter how much you hear about data analytics and this and that, and actually it's very fluid. I don't think a client, if you tell a client, okay, here's a social media report for your campaign you did, and there you give this thing. I don't think the client got time to go through also. So measuring and auditing the measurement. Like for example, the measurements that are now for television are not common. The two major players have two sets of measurement.
Kantar and Nielsen, right?
Kantar and Nielsen. And until now, we have not found a way to make that into a common currency, which is okay. There are countries like Indonesia also, which got two sets of currency, which is fine. But the headache is with the media person to try to streamline it and make it, try to make sense out of it to present to the client. That's one. Number two, I think that marketers have been outsourcing a lot of their thinking without having to think for themselves. It's so easy, when you deal with an agency. Fortunately or unfortunately, most agencies are like, slave to master relationship with the client. So in that situation, it is very easy for the client to say, well, if you are really want my business, why don't you take care of all this also? Why don't you take care of all that also? Remind me when my kid's birthday and all that. So all this can happen, So that is what is happening. So marketers, the lazy ones, are actually outsourcing major part of the thinking and focusing more on justifying their own existence within their own organization.
So a lot of PR and stuff like that within the...
A lot of politics, a lot of PR, which is normal for a big company. But more importantly, they don't have the data to justify it.
So besides what you've been doing, your magazine, you're also very involved in a lot of these award shows. And why awards?
Basically, awards are important as a motivational
An acknowledgement, right?
Yes, factor for the team and acknowledging their work. You see, if it's a right show that gives you that kind of acknowledgement, it is good as morale, for example. It is good to get as portfolio for new business. It's also good as a sales platform for you. It's also good for you how you position yourself. So the caliber of the award is important.
Okay, so speaking about that, I'm going to ask a very tough, hard question, and you can choose not to reply. And it's not about your award show or any other award show. There is rumor that you can buy an award if you buy a table. Is it yes or no?
Yes.
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 Okay. So how do I haven't got an award. Can I buy a table?
Not for me.
No, just kidding. So it's amazing. Yes. So and in all facets of this, I find it strange. You've got a very reputable award show coming up, which is the Appies, right?
Yes.
What is the Appies about? Is this Friday?
The Appies is a unique award show. It is in its 9th year now. It's where agencies send their teams, and together with the client, they present case studies. So they're given like 20 minutes on stage to actually physically present, explain.
Yeah, okay. So who judges it?
Marketers.
Okay, all right.
Top marketers. Only marketers judge.
Okay, all right. So it is actually quite, I would say, a proper award show judged by people in the industry who have been marketers. Okay.
Yes.
Who are marketers?
Who are marketers? Who run brands, big brands, small brands, who are everyday meeting agencies and evaluating ideas, who now have, actually for the marketers, also the judges, it is a learning experience.
Yes.
Because nowhere will they be able to say, we had over 20 judges and we had over 180 presentations. So, of course, you can't see everything. But when they are given their designated room to go and judge, easily 9 or 10 of the cases they never
seen before. I do agree with you. Very interesting. So, apart from that, you've been in the newspaper. You're adjunct professor in 3 universities. You've had a very incredible career in advertising. What's the end goal for Professor Ham?
I'm very blessed with my journey so far. And I am very positive about my journey ahead. I have written some books. There are people who call me up and say, can I come and teach? And can I do this? I want to pay forward. So actually, I have done also that pay forward already. I worked for the minister also already as an advisor. So for me, looking forward is my son just got married. So
congratulations.
Thank you. So
grandchildren and
no pressure. Actually spending more time with my wife.
Oh, that's fantastic. So we're going to end with a couple of thoughts of wisdom from you for the people who are right now. There are a lot of people doing mass comm and marketing and as a undergraduate. Okay, what is your advice to them when they are coming into this industry?
Okay. Well, the first thing is you need to be able to market yourself. So you spend years studying, say, a marketing degree program. But when you come out and you come face to face with somebody who interviews you for the job, you don't even know how to market yourself or articulate yourself. It's pointless. So the first law in advertising is to be able to advertise yourself.
I do agree with you completely. So this personal branding. What's the second thing you can give them?
Second thing is take anything that is offered to you. If it's a good
entry
place,
level, if it's entry
get
level,
your foot in the door.
Yes. Okay.
Get your foot in the door, and you will be able to fly from there.
And what's the last words of wisdom for people who want to get into the advertising and follow your journey?
Oh, they're always welcome to follow my journey. It is not an easy journey. Please remember, it's a difficult journey, but. Water finds its level.
Like what does it mean actually?
You see, to me, advertising is like water. Today, we are experiencing a world of burst pipes. There's too much content going on. The last time the pipe was very simple, on, off. Now it's coming from all angles, So to be able to, lot of noise. Now you go hot water also, sometimes you get burnt,
pH level different.
So you have to be able, if you want to work in this business, you must be able to filter, all this and give a clear picture. Because your job is only one, to make the complicated things simple.
Simple.
That's what advertising
That's very, very profound of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I hope your epiece is a success. This is the first time I am going to be going for an award show. In my 32 years in this industry, I usually do not go, but
Yes.
you've extended a personal invitation, so I am actually excited to come for this event. I wish you all the best. Hope you got Kichi Mundias and girls who are running around the family. So again, guys, thank you for watching this podcast. Like, share, subscribe, and if you can, go to www.bookofjake.my if you want to pick up my book. Thank you, Professor Ham.
Thank you.
And we'll see you in the next one.